Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy King of Kicks, and we are back with a new video. I'm excited to bring you guys a new installment called Sneaker Shop Reviews. As you guys know, every single week I go across the country to different sneaker events and cash out. But along the way, I stop at tons of sneaker shops. A lot of them are really good, and to be honest, a lot of them are really bad. And I think there's a lot that each shop can learn from each other. So today, we're gonna be doing our first sneaker shop review, breaking down the 3 key factors to make a really epic sneaker shop. Number 1, the price point. How are their prices compared to market value? Are they offering good prices? Are they waxing? Or are they just right in the middle and offering fair value prices? Number 2, customer service. Are the shops coming to you and helping you out with what you need? Are they getting you your pairs? Are they greeting you at the door? Are they being cool with you and making you feel comfortable? It's super important to have a great shopping experience, because without that, there's really no point in going to a shop. You might as well order the shoes online. And number 3 is variety. What kind of shoes do they have in store? Is it all Jordan 1s? Is it all Dunks? Is it all DS? Or is it all used? It's really important. A lot of shops focus on one or the other, and the problem is there's a ton of people out there like myself that only want to buy used pairs because, hey, it's 50% cheaper. Why would I buy a brand new pair? And there's a lot of people out there who don't want used because why would I put my foot in a shoe that somebody else has already walked in? I understand it from both point of views, and sneaker shops have to understand that they're losing each side of the market when they do that. So it's important to make sure they have variety with their used, their new, their Jordans, their old school, new school, Yeezys, Dunks. So we're gonna go over all of these things today in our first episode at Soul Station 713. We are here in Houston, Texas, cashing out for the Dallas Sneaker Convention. We're about to go right inside, take a look around, show you guys the shoes, the prices, and we're gonna get to talk to the owner, and you guys are gonna get to learn just a little bit about Soul Station 713. Let's get right into it.
Everything that we do exclusive, make sure that it's all inclusive. I was taught make no excuses. As a man, you can't be useless. Man up cause these people ruthless. Hoes down, these thoughts clueless. Lobster Mac, I'm up at Roof Chris. From my tone, you
When it comes to owning a sneaker shop, there's tons of overhead, tons of expenses that you don't really expect. So you're not ever gonna be looking for extreme steals when you go into a sneaker shop. It's important to make sure that you're looking for fair prices. Nobody's waxing and they're ripping hair off your back. What we wanna look for is good prices on a lot of the used stuff, which they definitely have here. They're not charging $500 for a pair of Cool Gray 11s. They're not charging $600 for a pair of Patent Breads. I know shops that are. They're not doing that. And they're also not charging an arm and a leg for some of their Supreme and some of their clothes here either. You might see some of the hype stuff that's more around market value, but that's what you're getting into, and you're coming here to shop for the experience. So you're not going to get a crazy steal when you're buying market value stuff that's hype right now. But you come here, take a look, like 11 Lab 5 Super Icy still comes with the original box, and this pair is only 140 bucks. You might not want to buy hyper pair. You might want to come and grab something clean, icy, for only 140 bucks, and it comes with the original box. So those are the kind of prices that you can expect to find in a shop like this. Consistently as well, always throwing up stuff on the Instagram and on their Facebook, and consistently restocking because they have tons of people coming in selling them shoes as well. Alright guys, so now we want to talk about variety in the sneaker shop, and that comes in a few different forms of clothes, vintage, the types of sneakers, and the condition the sneakers are in. But let's start out with the types of sneakers here. So as you can see, we've got an entire wall of Air Jordan sneakers right here, and this is going to be all their men's sizes. But as you can see, they've got all different types of stuff. We see Oreo 4s, UNC 4s, Fire Red 4s, all new releases right here, and a few used pairs, but then they've also got DS pairs as well. So got some of the new Patchwork 3s, those are dead stock. They've got some Topaz 4s, those are lightly used. So the conditions vary, which is a really good thing because some people want used, some people want brand new, and they've got both of those. And they also have a variety of different types of models. So behind him over here, we've got a bunch of Air Jordan 1s. And then the line continues. So up top, we've got 4s, 5s, 6s, a lot of 4s here, lots of 6s here, different varieties. So you've got PSG 5s, Supreme 5s, but then you've also got your normal stuff, kind of like the Flint 7s. And then you look over here, we've got the newer releases like the Air Jordan 11 Cool Grays that just came out, a bunch of sizes in those. Everybody's favorite shoe right now, the Patent Bread 1s, a lot of sizes in these as well. So they've definitely got variety as far as Jordans go and conditions go. Brand new, used, higher end like the Cool Grays and the Patent Breads, which are hype and exclusive. But then you've also got just kind of some of the normal stuff. you know what I mean, like an Indigo 12. So a lot of variety there. But then if we take a walk around over here, we see we have a variety in size as well. So they've also got an entire wall of GS sizes. So you're not just coming here to find men's pairs, but you're coming here to find men's and GS. And then we take a look over here, they have a variety of style as well. So we've got a bunch of Yeezy slides here. As you can see, we've got a full row of Nike Dunks, highs, lows. You know, they've got the new Dunks, so stuff like this, but then they've also got the SB Dunks, stuff like this. So they've got all kinds of Dunks, variety there. And then you walk down to the end, we've got rows and rows of Yeezys, as well as variety in clothes. They've got different types of vintage, different types of, as you can see over here, V-Lone, Babe, accessories. We've got Supreme box logos up here on the wall, Supreme hoodies over there. So as far as variety goes, I would say this store has definitely got it. There's really not much that you can't find in here if you're looking for something. If you want Yeezys, they've got it. If you want Dunks, they've got it. Jordans, they've definitely got it. So let's move on to the next factor of the sneaker review. So these I would be at 120 on, like I was saying before. That's kind of where I'm at on this pair.
Okay.
But this pair here, like, what's the best you think for me to take those for 120? What's the best? What do I gotta pay for these, basically? What's got to be true for me to take those?
So I would like to see, like, and I might still be like on your high end.
Oh, done. Deal.
So, and then I'm cool with that.
Okay.
That's cool. So we can do 270 on those.
I'll take those two. So we just grabbed the Island Boy exclusives right here, the Jordan 5s for 120, and we grabbed the What the 5s, icier than a glacier, for 150 bucks. Both come with the original box. And then on those, I'd probably be stuck at 100.
Let me check with them. We'll probably do that.
And I just need to see the other shoe as well. All right, what's going on, you guys? So I'm here with the owner of Soul Station 713, my man Austin, and we're just going to talk about kind of how the business started, how long the store's been open, and kind of go on the backstory of what it really is here.
Yeah. So I'm actually one. There's four of us.
Okay.
You know, and so it all started out like right during COVID. I kind of took off for a while for work. Figs, as you know, from the other Soul Station, is a good friend of mine, and I was next door getting a haircut, and I was like, we kind of were joking about opening a store. I ended up buying a truckload of shoes from Figs, right? Send it to my house. I was doing sports cards at the time, so I sent the truckload. Figs dropped off a truckload, and I'm trying to sell them like online, and I'm like offer up and locally online. I'm like, this isn't it. So I was like, I called him back, and I'm like, bro, we just gotta open a store. Like, this ain't working. And so it was only right to do Soul Station with Figs, and you know, we had brought in two other friends, help us out, consign in the beginning and stuff. It took us a month and a half to plan.
Okay.
It was very, very spontaneous. Threw it together, and we were like, what's gonna happen?
Okay.
And so, you know, we started small amount of inventory. You know, we've talked about the situation and everything. We started out just like with a 1-year plan to like, you know, really what's gonna happen.
Right.
And, you know, we've done a lot of changes. You know, we're a buy-sell trade store, but we have introduced consignment now. So we have a big consignment platform. When we started out, it was none of that. It was strictly buy-sell trade. And, you know, we learned our ways and moved through it. And, you know, now we're at the point where we're at. So
For people that want to open a shop, right?
That wanna
What are
open
some
a
of the
shop,
benefits,
benefit.
but then also what's something they need to keep in mind is like, hey, you can't just jump into this because there's some things that you're not even,
Right,
you don't even
right,
know what you don't know yet. So what are some things that you can give them as like a little bit of like, hey, just so you know, you got to watch out for this.
Right.
Like whether that's break-ins or whether that's payroll taxes or whether that's, you know, expenses and overhead and how expensive that can get.
Right. Your biggest pro is your foot traffic and people bringing you product.
Okay.
So when people come in, you know, you get, like, generally a store will get way better deals than a sneaker show.
Okay.
You know, you get every day. It's not, you know, a sneaker show, you plan for it.
Yeah.
And you're working several days before and after for 1 day of show.
Right.
Whereas when you have a storefront, you're working every day at a show.
Right.
This is like a show every day.
Right.
So people are bringing you in product, and ultimately, you don't have to. Another pro is general foot traffic buying the stuff. Like, you don't have to have your eBay sales and your website sales. You have people walking in on the daily just grabbing things, and that's where it brings in, you know, a pro and con with with it a lot is the kind of inventory you can have.
Right.
You're very selective with, you know, what you want as
Exactly.
far as it's almost like you have a niche, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas in a store, I could say, okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and throw, you know, these Air Forces in because somebody's gonna just, you know, somebody wants to come in and buy $140 Air Forces,
Right.
and then we can also have, you know, higher dollar shoes
Right.
and stuff. So
So when you have a shop, you're saying you can't just focus on one niche. You have
Yeah,
to be
you
able
have to
to
cover
have something
everything.
for everybody and have a variety,
Yes,
which is one of the
100%.
things that I was saying in my video is you guys have a good variety. You guys have used Jordans, new Jordans, GS,
Right.
Dunks, Yeezys. A lot of stores sometimes don't even have used at all. And I
Yeah.
think that's a huge flaw because
Yeah.
there's so much profit that comes from used. And a lot of people, like, I personally don't really want an undead stock of shoe. I would rather
Right.
spend,
I don't like either.
right,
I
I'd
don't
rather
either.
spend $200 compared to 500
Right.
every day. You
So
know what I mean?
it also depends on where you are and where you potentially can be.
Right.
Because if you have the means and opportunity to get somewhere into a mall, you can run your niche. Because a lot of malls do not want used shoes.
Okay.
That's a big factor. Malls don't want used shoes. But when you're in a mall, your store can be Yeezys, Dunks, GRs, Yeezy slides, and that's all. And those people are steady coming in, and the numbers would blow your mind. Whereas like where we are, we're in, you know, way more outskirts suburban area. We have a lot more people who are coming in looking for the affordable deal.
Right.
You know,
So you have to know your market. You have to know your
100%,
potential customers and where you're
100%.
at. Yeah.
if you're selling, you know, wherever your reach is and where you're selling, you know, if you want to be in the used or the new, we do very well with both though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
used,
Cool.
you know, it's pointless to pass up. You know,
Absolutely.
especially we don't have a mall storefront,
Yeah.
so I feel like a lot of mall storefronts, people are a lot hesitant to bring shoes in because they don't want to walk through the mall with their shoes.
Yeah.
Whereas when we're in a smaller, more homey atmosphere,
Yeah.
and people, they feel more comfortable, then you know, you'll see they'll come bring in 5-10 pair all day long. So I feel like there's a big difference between like your standalone little stores and your mall stores.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Okay. Well, appreciate you talking to us. Do you want to plug all the social medias and the shop and all that?
Yeah, so Instagram's gonna be SoulStation713. We have a Facebook as well. You know, TikTok might be coming soon, but so far right now, just follow the Instagram. Definitely.
Cool. All right, guys, make sure to follow them on social media, and we will be back with another video soon.